This is the Throttle Out Show, presented by Vixen Industries, the only show where monster truck drivers and mechanics come together to present what's happening in the monster truck community. It's the ultimate combination of torque, horsepower, and trash talk. And now for your host. First, straight out of the heart of Detroit Rock City, it's Kid Rock's neighbor and former driver of the VKT ride truck. It's Austin Spence. And the duo deep in the heart of Texas, it's the show owner and daughter of a man who conquered the industry for over 20 years. It's Harley Johnson, along with everyone's favorite Bryce Kenny lookalike, Austin Tweedy. So go ahead, fuel up, strap in, and remember, when in doubt, throttle out.
If you didn't know then, you know damn well now that this is the Throttle Out Show. Remember, when in doubt, throttle out. What's up, everybody? My name is Austin K. Tweedy, joined by Miss Harley Johnson. How we doing tonight, honey?
I'm good. I'm ready for Wheels Up Wednesday, but we got to bring on our guy, Spence, up there on vacation. There he is.
What's up, Tiny Mike?
What's going on, guys? I got the tiny microphone again. I'm so excited.
Your Tiny Mike kills me, dude. I'm
People love the tiny mic.
Yeah, everybody loves the tiny mic. I can't wait to see you up, going to shows and interviewing drivers with the tiny mic. Will you do that for us, please?
Oh, dude, absolutely. I'd love to do that.
Y'all, we had a really good show Sunday. We launched our website officially on Sunday, www.thethrottleoutshow.com. We had some people go in, put in a good sale, get some T-shirts. Somebody ordered this shirt. I believe some people ordered this hat as well. And thank you so much for all y'all who've been supporting us throughout this entire process, handing us suggestions, comments, and concerns, obviously, but leading us up to this point of having our own channel, having our own website. Thank you so much. You know who you are for supporting us, for buying our merch, and keeping this show on the road, keep us rolling. Now, a lot has happened since Sunday. I don't even know where to begin, y'all. Where are we going to start tonight?
Well, I think we should start in my own backyard, if I do say so myself, because this week is chaos. It's high-flying, mudslinging action in Hale, Michigan. It is the Michigan Mud Jam, and our boy, Cory Rummel, decided to try something that's never been done before.
Now, hold on. Before you get there, do just a brief rundown of who Cory Rummel is. Now, I know a lot of people obviously know who he is, but do you really understand his background, where he comes from? Spence, tell everybody a little bit about Cory Rummel, what makes him such a special person outside of just being a driver.
Well, one, I think Cory Rummel's got a couple screws loose in his head. So one being one of those facts. Anyway, but I believe, now I don't know this for a fact, but I believe from the grapevine, Cory Rummel actually kind of comes from deep sea diving or like underwater dive welding. So he kind of comes from the mega truck area, and he runs his truck going deep. And if anybody has been to a mud bog where Cory Rummel has been at, dude tears it down every single show. And he knows how to build solid top end equipment, regardless of what he puts his truck through. I mean, you can look through on YouTube, finding things that he's done at previous Michigan Mud Jams, from backflips to, like, there's one video that gets everybody is his insane crash when he finally put a blower on his mud truck. And oh my gosh, insane crash, walks away from it. Dude knows his equipment. And for whatever reason, Jim Kohler is like, you know what? I like this guy. I want him to wreck my stuff. So now you got two boys. I think Cory's actually technically from Ohio, but, we adopt him as a Michigander. He's an awesome dude. Love the guy to death. Super awesome driver. Super awesome personality. And seeing him represent Team Scream, not only in occasionally Avenger, but in his truck Rage, dude throws down. But honestly, when you go to a mud bog event and he's there, you're in for a real treat.
So to me, what makes this guy special is, you can have somebody who wrenches on a truck, right? Like, I can go to the truck, turn wrenches, air the truck up, change the shocks. I can do a little bit of welding. But when it comes to fabricating, Cory Rummel actually builds the entire chassis for that fleet of trucks up there for Team Scream. Obviously, he's built his own mega truck, and there's no telling what he has in the works. He builds the damn housings under those monster trucks for Team Scream. So Cory Rummel, outside of being a driver, badass fabricator, okay? When he built the cage for his mega truck going deep. He obviously knew what he was doing. I think it's time we show that video now, Harley. Show everybody what we're talking about. We got it right here. This is a video going viral. Cory Rummel in his mega truck today performing a corkscrew.
Or he attempted a corkscrew. Ugh.
Son, play that one more time, Harley. Bring it back.
Yeah. I'll play it one more time.
Obviously, starts to drive away. He's okay. No harm, which is awesome because you watch that and your immediate reaction is, this guy's got to be hurt. One more time. Now, if you look at Cory Rummel's post, I think it's on his Instagram. He talks about how that ramp actually gave out. He kind of knew there was a weak link in the ramp. That's okay. He knows how to correct that. If he's crazy enough to try that trick again, he might be able to get it because Austin, it almost seemed like he just had the right whip on that truck, right? He just needed a little bit more oomph to get that truck to come all the way back around.
He almost had it.
He almost had it.
Yeah.
I think he could do it again and land it.
I 100% agree. He definitely had the speed. Just something like when he was completely upside down and vertical, he just didn't have enough. I think there just wasn't enough kick for the rear tire. So if they could fix the ramp, I think he'll actually be able to land a corkscrew in a mega truck.
I think he's got it. I think he's got to be one of the craziest, coolest guys out there to attempt something like this. Monster Jam drivers have tried to what they call, a corkscrew off the backflip ramp, which looks awesome. Okay. Mm-hmm. But it's not to this extent, right? It's not hitting a ramp wide open and doing this Hollywood, driving the stunt car type shit. This, that's what this was with Cory Rummel's jump. I think he's got it. I think he can actually go back, fix his ramp. I don't know if he needs to adjust anything with a shock shot. Maybe it's just the ramp that failed on him. And I think he can actually get that. I actually text Cory just before the show. Harley, you and I know we were on tour with him a couple years ago. We got to know him really well. And so I just shot him a text before the show, said, "Hey, bub, just hope you're doing okay. By the way, mad respect, whatever." And he's good. He said he just got like a little bump on his ankle. Other than that, he's feeling fine. And I know he's going to be ready to do this jump again, Austin.
Honestly, man, I think somewhere down the road, Cory's been watching one too many James Bond films because that's what this reminds me of. Is just some old school, like Aston Martin, like corkscrew in the air type movie Hollywood stuff. So I think we need to have like a chase truck, like almost like a movie villain, like stage it up somehow. But honestly, dude is crazy enough to go for it. I think it landed no problem.
So I just wonder, if Cory's planning this stunt, and he took everybody by surprise. Nobody knew about this stunt till the day before. He was like, "Hey, everybody got the Michigan Mud Jam. I'm gonna do something freaking insane." So I wonder if Jim's back at the shop going, "Okay, Cory did this. I gotta one up him." I wonder if they have that kind of that friendly, team rivalry. If Jim thinks he can kind of top that, Jim can do it, right?
Let's be honest. When it comes to Team Scream, when they say they have the toughest monster trucks in the country, they mean it. They put the stamp on it. Everybody knows what Team Scream is capable of. Those trucks are tough as nails. Don't get me wrong. If you're expecting Team Scream to win racing, not exactly. They are about 2,000-3,000 pounds heavier than the most common monster truck, either CRD or PEI. So they're tanks. They're extremely heavy, but with that weight, it kind of comes into play where it really sticks in the corners. We saw that actually, I believe it was Houston or something, where we actually saw Jim Kohler or Cory Rummel actually take a racing win in a Monster Jam event, which is unheard of. But when it comes to freestyle, rolling over, honestly, these boys know how to bash their trucks. They know how to build something that's extremely reliable and handle the beating.
All right, I'm going to take a break for a second. I just got in trouble by Grandma Linda, so I need you to do some talking.
Well, speaking of trucks doing some crazy stuff on the track, should we talk about what happened this past weekend?
I think we should. I think it's time.
In a certain arena.
I think it's time
we
break this down. We talk about what happened, what could potentially happen from this. Harley, I think you should go ahead and just play the clip now.
Just play the clip.
Just play that clip by itself. Alien Invasion. Who's driving, Harley?
Bernard Light driving Alien Invasion in Sacramento this past weekend. I don't know what day this happened on.
And now, fortunately enough, nobody was injured. Nobody was hurt. So that's great. The biggest downside to all that, there was a lot of damage. Phil Swift was there and was very upset. Hashtag that's a lot of damage. And it really put Bernard Light back in the hot seat. The guy just started driving again for Monster Jam. Everybody's pumped. Bernard Light's back. Alien Invasion's back. And he goes out, cracks the wall. Harley, what does that do to a driver's confidence? What does that mean for Monster Jam as they're just trying to get back in the game and guys are breaking through walls?
Well, I think for Monster Jam, I think the first thing we want to do is pull that driver out of the truck and not have him drive that truck for a little bit, so no more damage is caused. But from the clip that we saw, it kind of looks like it was out of his control. Like the truck was already going that way. It was already headed towards the wall. So I'm not sure, who's at fault for this.
Now, honestly, it really is a bummer for everybody involved. Monster Jam is still trying to get their lick, right? They're still suffering from COVID, trying to come back strong. And when they go out and they do what was said to be estimated at $85,000 worth of damage, that's a lot of damage.
That's almost $100,000 of damage.
At some shows, y'all, that's some of like what Monster Jam's profit would be at an arena show, right? Would be 85 grand. Basically, that weekend is a wash for them. If that's essentially how much damage that was, that's a wash for Monster Jam. There's no money being made at that show. That is not just a slap on the wrist that Bernard Light gets. He's in the hot seat now.
I got a suggestion for the higher ups over there at Monster Jam. Instead of just punishing your drivers, saying, "Hey, you don't get to drive for a week," have them go to the wash bay and wash all the trucks in the fleet as an extra punishment. Give those crew guys a little bit of a break.
Well, I mean, there's a thousand ways you could argue this, right? You could argue that, like what Leah Plato's saying down here in the comment section, that the arena's small. The arena's too small. It shouldn't be doing a show like that. I mean, you could argue that. You could say the track, hey, maybe change your track up a little bit and guys don't have to do these stupid ass tricks that cause that. You could argue it, 100 different ways. I think, unfortunately for Bernard Light, this is not good for him. Not good for him at all. Harley, I know you put a piece together. It's got some other crashes and some other things. So let's talk about those crashes, maybe how they differ from the Bernard Light situation. This is a funny one. I'd love this. I don't know if this is Tom or Neil.
I'm not sure who's driving this, Max, to you.
We all can assume that that's Dennis, but we don't know that for sure. Which that wasn't a big one. Wasn't that big of a deal. Here was a bad one.
Oh my gosh.
Monster Jam, I know you watch our shows, so I know you're just loving this right now that we're playing all these and we're bringing back bad memories for y'all.
It's on the internet for everyone to see. So
It's not a secret.
It's not a secret.
We're not airing out dirty laundry. We're just talking about good times.
Good times as a spectator, not as
So hold on.
Driver.
Give me a second. At some point, it doesn't matter if this is Tom or Neil. Maxie hit the wall again. Oh, what's going to happen? I bet Maxie's going to hit the wall. Good night. Throwing it into the wall.
Ooh,
that
was a nasty one.
Ooh.
I was gonna say we got to have Alex Blackwell's wreck at one of the World Finals. I can't remember which one. Pirates Curse going into the stadium.
I don't think I have that one on this clip, Spence.
Oh my gosh, that's one of the most iconic ones.
Well, I mean, that's also kind of a different situation, though. This is, crash. That was that World Finals, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, here we go.
You can't do my boy Cody Associate Dirt. Come on. First of all, those are just containers. That's not that big of a deal. That's not building damage.
No, he did building damage.
He got in trouble.
He did a lot of damage. He did. I don't know if it was more than what Bernard Light did, but he got in pretty big trouble for that. But Cooper Knuckles saying, hey, that was Chuck. But my point is, okay, it's just unfortunate for Bernard Light that he happened to hit the wall just at the time of Monster Jam. At the point of, what am I trying to say here? At the time of life, we're all in monster trucks, trying to come back strong and doing damage like that. It's unfortunate. We're at that fork in the road of, hey, you're doing building damage. Not only are you going to sit out, you're not being disciplined. You're being punished. Okay. You're going to be sitting out probably a while. Dustin Brown stepped in. He filled the seat. Have no idea, if he did good or not. Dustin's not drove in years as far as I'm concerned, who is a great driver, by the way. And if they just let him get used to being back in the seat, could still compete with the best of them. I'm sure, Spence.
So that was Sacramento, right? That was the same show that that BJ was at, correct? Running
Yeah.
wild card.
Yes.
I just want to know if BJ got to line up against Dustin. I would love to see if BJ waxed his ass. I'm just saying.
That'd be a badass matchup.
Well, I will find that out and let you guys know the next episode.
That video of Bernard was breaking the internet this past week. From the moment it happened, whenever that video just kind of began to go viral. Now this video of Cory Rummel's jump is taking place. And not to go back to that and kind of reopen that conversation, but just real quick, I just got to say, you know what the worst part about Cory attempting that stunt is? It's the fact that now that he's done it, somebody else is going to try and one up that or come up with something even
Well, of course,
crazier.
that's how the world works. That's how the sport works. Someone tries.
Are you new here?
Somebody is going to do something even crazier now.
Hmm.
No.
But who?
But who? I say Jim's going to try to do something crazy in a monster truck.
Oh boy.
You all right?
You good?
I'm good. I forgot to bring this up, but one of our I guess supporters / great viewers, Mr. Denver Actor Camp, is yet again back in Facebook jail. So if you send me messages,
Yeah, I saw that. Jail.
Honestly, it's just comical at this point. We need to make a shirt saying "Free Actor Camp" on our web store.
I like that he's in Facebook jail more than he's actually on Facebook itself now.
Regardless, it's awesome.
Facebook, just let the man speak.
Exactly. No, he's just like, so this microphone, is it a leprechaun bat? Just asking for a friend.
Oh, he loves those leprechaun jokes.
I as soon as he made the leprechaun joke, I can't remember what stream it was. I instantly got a design from Mr. Jam Customs official of my face on a Lucky Charms box.
And it
So
works
is it-
so perfect.
Yeah.
It works so good together.
Don't agree with him.
Oh, we will agree with him.
We will agree.
I am 6'6". I am the furthest thing from a leprechaun.
That's what makes it funny.
Yes.
Hey,
Anyway,
before we get into the next topic of conversation, I think we should take a quick commercial break and we'll refill our beverages.
By our hopeful sponsors,
Our sponsors,
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper, and ourselves. We sponsor ourselves, the Throttle Out Show. Go to throttleoutshow.com and get a coffee mug.
I was like, wait, when did we get sponsors? I mean, I got like, hold on, if you're plugging Dr. Pepper, hey, Moon Pies. I've been living off you
Yeah,
like
Moon
for the
Pies.
past week. I will gladly take a sponsorship by Moon Pies.
Yeah. If that's all they want us to do, just show moon pies on every episode, I'm down to do it.
That was an empty box, by the way. I just haven't thrown it away.
Hey, let me ask y'all something. What if we got out and we started sponsoring drivers?
I think that'd be awesome. Honestly, I think that'd be really cool if we actually had the opportunity to have drivers represent the Throttle Out Show. But do you have anybody in mind, Tweet? Let me guess. Todd?
Obviously, Todd.
Obviously, that's his first thought
Todd
every
is number
morning
one.
is Todd.
Todd is number one. Number one on my
Wow.
list of sponsors or potential sponsorships. I want to sponsor Too Tall.
Okay.
David.
How is David doing?
David is doing really good. I believe David is still COVID negative. I think he's back to work, if I'm not mistaken. I talked to him yesterday, though. He is feeling much better. He's in good spirit. He doesn't even sound sick. So who knows even if he really even had COVID. He tested positive for it. He probably just had a little cold, and I think he's fine. So
No politics here.
no politics, though. We're not getting into that.
Not opening
No.
worms.
No
Should we
politics
move on to
zone,
our next
unless it has to do
topic?
with monster trucks.
Yeah, I guess we can get into our next topic.
Yeah.
All right. So Hot Wheels is really taking over the monster truck world, I guess, last day or so. They announced some tours that are happening. Bradley Shaw, what's up? I see you down there, good buddy. The Throttle Out Show and Crustless collab. I love it. But Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live kind of reinventing what they have going on. I don't want to say reinventing, but they are changing some trucks, changing some drivers up. Here's some classic Monster Trucks Live, Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live footage from the last couple of years. Bigfoot's been a huge part of that. I know that Derek Anson and his crew, they're a big part of that as well as the Holman brothers. And so now both Bigfoot and I believe the PEI Corporation over there in Circleville, Ohio is getting a good chunk of this now. They're getting in the mix, and they got a new truck out there. Was it called Mega Rex? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, honestly. So I know a lot of people don't really care for it, but I got to be honest. I don't care so much for the toy version of this Mega Rex truck, but the body on the actual truck looks actually pretty good.
Let's take a look at it.
Honest.
There it is.
Like that just that's cool. I'm sorry. I know you don't care for 3D bodies, Mr. Tweedy, but I like this. This looks pretty badass.
I love the colors. I love the turquoise with the blue and the purple rims. It goes really well together.
I think they put a lot of time and effort, and not only just designing this. Could you imagine having to remake this sucker week in and week out, though? I mean, there's a lot of detail in this body alone. I bet this picture doesn't even do it halfway justice.
Well,
there's a lot of detail in this
from
truck.
The clips, there's not really a lot of body damage from these shows.
No,
there's
not.
They really don't have to worry about that.
Not a lot of body damage, a lot of mechanical, actual physical truck damage from having just concrete floors.
Well, I'm just saying you can have a nice truck and it'll stay nice for a long time.
Now, I can't tell, Spence, is that a PEI chassis or is that a different? What I mean by that, is that a Holman chassis? Because they run PEI stuff as well. But is that actual Patrick's truck or is that the Holman brothers truck?
It's honestly hard to say because they've been plugging it that Ricky Stenhouse, the Samson driver, is the one that's going to be piloting this truck. But the Holman brothers on Team B's Facebook page, was the one giving props out to who came together and actually put the body and everything together. So I'm not sure if Tricky Ricky's actually stepping in a Holman brothers truck and representing PEI. I'm not exactly entirely sure what's going on. But if this is going to be the Samson chassis rocking this Rex truck, Bigfoot's in trouble because that Samson truck has been ripping it up in the independent scene all summer long. It is not something you want to mess with.
You do not want to mess with that nasty ass Hemi. That truck has way too much horsepower, geared right. Hey, we got to edit that out. Can we edit it out? Get it out.
No,
hey,
it's out there. New shirt.
Mike Hedman, that is actually the Samson chassis. Okay. We got somebody confirming that. So, with that being said, I can only assume that Tricky Ricky's going to be running in the States then. I know last year or the year before last, I'm sorry, he ran overseas with his truck. And if, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Donald Epinendio actually crewed for him. There's a picture of them floating around somewhere. Donald actually went out and crewed for him. I don't know if it's for a whole tour, if he just helped out a show or whatever. But so I mean, I just want to know. I mean, so what does that do to the Holman brothers? Are they not in it anymore? Are they just going to be swapping out, or is there going to be more than one tour in America, and they got to have trucks everywhere? That could be potentially what's going on, huh?
I don't know if they're going to have two tours. I think they would have.
Listen to this.
If
Listen,
they're having two tours.
We got to figure out who's going to be driving these other Bigfoot trucks, right? Because you got Darren or Becca. Darren's supposed to be driving Race Ace. Rebecca is supposed to be driving Bigfoot, which is huge, by the way. We'll get back to that in a second. Christian Norman is supposed to be driving the other Race Ace. So there's one more seat to fill.
How do you know Christian Norman's driving the other Race Ace?
I mean,
how'd you know that?
Yeah, are you just assuming that? Because that's nowhere posted anywhere.
His body was put, the Race Ace body was put on his chassis, and he's standing next to it going, "Oh, how much I missed you," and all blah, blah, blah.
Well, I don't know.
I think Tweety's making speculation.
Yeah, this is all speculation. This is not confirmed.
What if I'm right, though? What if I'm right? And we have got an empty seat at the Bigfoot camp that needs to be filled. And who is going to fill that seat? Because we saw Bigfoot is posting out basically jobs for hire, come drive for us at Bigfoot. What if? And what if the man, the myth, the legend, Scott Buteau goes to Bigfoot and drives a Bigfoot truck on the Hot Wheels tour? What if, y'all?
Okay. In a perfect world, sure. I don't know if Bigfoot would be able to afford Buteau.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. I gotta say,
because
Wasn't it like on some podcast or something? Scott Buteau said he was going to drive for Hot Wheels.
I don't know if it was on a podcast, but he did when he gave his I won't say retirement speech, but essentially like his post about him leaving Monster Jam but not leaving Monster Trucks. The last thing he said is not the same without the flame. So maybe there were some talks with him running in the Hot Wheels tour, just maybe with a different team. I just don't know if he would go into Bigfoot. If anything, I could see like Dan Patrick getting a second truck, but I just don't know about Buteau filling in with the big blue Ford out of Missouri.
I don't know. I like this comment by Jeffrey Makovich. Hey, Hot Rod, come back. Pops, if you're listening, you got people wanting you to come back. There's another comment up here by Monster Jam Rolando. Will you put that comment up for everybody to see? Austin, you are crazy. Thank you. I appreciate that. But which one?
Which Austin?
Who are you talking about?
You know what? They're both crazy. It's fine.
Well, I got one that is gonna drive Tweety mad, but what about Logan?
What about him?
Why doesn't he get a shot? Why isn't he was screwing with your dad for a while?
He doesn't have
Has
a
he earned his
CDL.
Right. Go ahead and put up Rebecca's video again real quick, Carly. You hadn't played that yet, right?
No.
Put up Rebecca. So just so y'all know, Rebecca got in the seat, I believe, the year before last, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was last year. I don't know. She got in the seat. Everybody was really surprised at this. Everybody was really surprised that Rebecca, having no driving experience whatsoever, she doesn't have a CDL, getting that seat at Bigfoot really threw everybody for a loop, as you know, it did us as well. Mm-hmm. However, I'm not going to talk smack about this because I still think at the time, and I still think now, that was a good decision. Get some fresh blood in there. Get a new face. Get somebody who, they don't work on the trucks every weekend. And you give them an opportunity. If Rebecca actually gets a chance to actually fill the seat of Bigfoot, I mean, why not? The girl's got to learn at some point. Mm-hmm. We have to give her another chance.
And why not have a female driver drive Bigfoot?
Why not?
Why not?
We got a female. Why have we
waited this long?
We got a female gravedigger driver. Why not give somebody else the chance to pilot Bigfoot? She had I think 2 or 3 hits in a test field, out there with Bigfoot. She went out and did a tour, and then, that's it. She's not got a chance to drive since then. We got to give the girl a chance. Cut her some slack. Spence, I know you're holding your breath over there. What's up?
What do you
want? I am. I'm holding my breath. Listen, we've got 2 legends in the monster truck field that both have female drivers. You got USA 1 and 4x4 Barbie, and you got Rebecca Schnell rocking Bigfoot. So I want to know in the comments, is that a lineup you guys want to see? 4x4 Barbie against Rebecca Schnell, Bigfoot, and USA 1, both female drivers going at it.
Here we go. Spitting straight fire. Spitting facts over there. That's a good lineup.
Well, talking about Bigfoot, what do you guys think about the new body scheme for it?
I love it.
I like it. So
it looks more of like a bluish orangish, but on this body, it's more of like blue pink.
So where they absolutely messed up on the toy is they made the chassis orange and it looks really bad. Okay. Yeah, I have most of the Bigfoot Hot Wheels diecast, and those are the only ones I collect. Is just the Bigfoot ones. But the orange chassis just looks really, really dinky. I think they call it Midwest Madness. Is what this paint scheme is supposed to be? It's supposed to be I don't know if it's spray paint or rust. I kind of like it. It's kind of got a cool graffiti feel on an old school body style. I dig it.
I like it. I think it looks like something you would play on a video game. I think it's something you could see cruising down the street in real life. I'm assuming that's a wrap. Bigfoot mainly paints all their stuff. They use very little stickering, but
probably a wrap.
That looks like a wrap to me. It looks cool. Honestly, I like it. Now, go back to those comments because some people were speculating down there, and I really liked it. But why even 4x4 girl? I'm assuming you're talking about why is she even driving USA 1? Honestly, once again, I think it's a good fit. I think it's time we let these female drivers step up and give them a chance. Not everybody's going to hop in a seat and be a rock star. Yes, some people are just naturally born, naturally talented drivers. But give somebody with a following like 4x4 Barbie a chance to get in and prove herself in a monster truck, being that USA 1 is making a comeback. Personally, I love it. Give Rebecca Schnell a chance. Keep letting her prove herself. She's got to have an opportunity. You can't just write her off after a few shows and say, oh, she just wasn't destined to be a driver. You know how long it took people to finally get the hang of getting behind the wheel? I mean, think about Nick Pagliarulo for an example. You watch him in his very first Monster Jam season, you could tell he was overwhelmed. The next season, he really picked it up. And this year, even he's not been, on the Monster Jam circuit full time. This guy's going to be taking over Monster Jam if he keeps driving the way that he's driving right now. I'm just saying he's getting better and better each and every year, but you have to give these guys an opportunity to prove themselves. So that's why I like Rebecca in the seat. We still got one more seat to fill over there at the Bigfoot camp. Don't know who that's going to be just yet. Might be out, that position still be open. Maybe Scott BTO is going to come in. We saw an interesting comment yesterday on Hot Wheels Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Who was it, Harley?
We saw Colette Davis comment not one time, but 2 times on Hot Wheels announcement post yesterday about their tour. What she said, she said, it's on your phone.
It's on my phone. Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant to put it up for but yeah, Colette Davis and Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live were interacting yesterday. They were talking about how she's ready to get back in the truck. Maybe I deleted the picture. Maybe it's on your phone.
Maybe
but
it's on my phone. I don't want to quote her wrong.
Don't quote her wrong. But long story short, they were chit-chatting back and forth. I think. Go ahead.
Let's see. She said, I have my helmet and gear, and Hot Wheels commented back nice. So does that mean like she's ready to go? She's ready to go back in the truck?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't she sponsored by Hot Wheels already?
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure.
She might be like a sponsored athlete, if I'm not mistaken, by Hot Wheels. Like they may sponsor her with some rides. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm open to more female drivers getting in competition, to be completely honest. And honestly, for a while there, we were seeing more female technicians when we were working at Monster Jam coming in. So honestly, one of the things I love about this industry is how inclusive it is to just everybody. Mm-hmm. So I say welcome the change, welcome all these people from different backgrounds into competition.
Yeah, and getting back to talking about newer drivers, you're saying my brother Logan, why not give him a chance? Why not? They gave Rebecca a chance. It's time that Bigfoot starts giving newer faces, new identities a chance. Stop looking for the guys who have the 10 years of driving a rig experience or the 10 years of driving, somebody else's truck, and get some fresh blood in there. Get some people stirring up the conversation, stirring up the controversy. Get that going on at Bigfoot. They're doing okay right now, but that kind of leads me into my next topic of discussion. Can you go back to the picture of the new Bigfoot truck? Look at this right here. I don't know if y'all paid attention to this or not. Look at those mufflers on Bigfoot.
Huh.
Bigfoot don't run mufflers, okay? So we can kind of speculate on this just a little bit. I don't know if that's going to be a requirement by Hot Wheels now that you have to have mufflers, but this is kind of something, I don't know, maybe I'm going out on a limb here. Somebody's already called me out tonight and told me that I'm crazy, so we'll just keep up with it.
Crazy.
You are crazy.
It's because Bigfoot and Hot Wheels are essentially becoming one here. We know that Bigfoot hasn't been doing a whole lot outside of Hot Wheels. Is Hot Wheels going to actually take over Bigfoot? They've already changed the paint job on Bigfoot itself on their main truck. That 79 beautiful Ford body. Is Hot Wheels going to buy Bigfoot?
I think it's possible. I can see it happening. Hot Wheels buying the rights to Bigfoot.
I mean, if Everett can sell USA 1 after owning it for years and years to the right buyer, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how badass would it be to see USA 1 and Bigfoot hitting it up on the Hot Wheels tour? That'd be sweet. That would be some old school matchup you want to see right there. Hot Wheels, if you're listening, you're paying attention, make that happen.
Please.
Oh, Hot Wheels is coming right here to right here. It's coming to Fort Worth in October, November, I think, Harley.
I can pull up their tour dates for the rest of the year.
Yeah, pull that on up. Here we go. Ontario, California. Just so everybody knows, that's the hometown of Todd LeDuc. Just want everybody to know that real quick. Shameless plug.
Nobody cares.
San Diego, California. Louisville, Kentucky. Charlottesville, Virginia. State College, Pennsylvania. Hoffman Estates, that's essentially Chicago. Norfolk, Virginia. St. Charles, Missouri. Fort Worth, Texas. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Are going to be going to that Fort Worth show, hopefully.
Whether we're helping or we're paying for a ticket, I think we definitely need to be there and see some Hot Wheels. I haven't
You've never seen it, right?
Never
so
seen.
Neither of us have ever seen a Hot Wheels live tour or show. So I'm excited.
I might need to take a trip down to that Hoffman Estates show because that's the closest one here to Michigan. that sounds like a good time, to be completely honest.
I want to see some old school monster trucking, seeing these guys crush cars on concrete. I want to see how their show flow goes. Honestly, just by seeing videos, I can already tell you I'm basically going to like it a lot better than a Monster Jam arena show. Come back to that in just a second, but I'm pretty pumped about them coming to Fort Worth. Do you know, Harley, they opened up? That is a brand new rodeo arena that they built for rodeos and monster trucks and concerts. They opened up that venue with a George Strait concert to break it in the right way.
I did not know that.
Fun fact.
Well, that's your fun fact of the night.
For Wheels Up Wednesday.
Here at the Throttle Out Show. That's
yes, a country music. Yeah.
August 18th at 8:07 p.m. Central Time. Y'all learned. Fort Worth, Texas, Dickies Arena
what
opened
did
up.
you mix
George
with your
Strait
Dr.
concert.
Pepper in there?
Yeah, what is in your Dr. Pepper, dude?
Throttle Out. That's what's in there. I put some throttle out in there. Something else we're going to be selling on our website.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway,
I'm not selling anything to put in your drinks, so please don't take that seriously.
before we move past Hot Wheels, there is something that we should definitely touch base on. So everybody that collects diecast monster trucks, whether you're all Spin Master or all Hot Wheels actually did a lineup for O'Reilly Auto Parts exclusives.
Oh,
And one of the O'Reilly Auto Parts exclusive was a Lucas Oil themed truck. So, do you think Lucas Oil, even though they ended their partnership with Monster Jam, do you think they'd be going over to Hot Wheels instead?
I think they will. I think it's a smart move. I think it'll definitely work. Yeah, I think so. What do you think?
I mean, I think so. I don't see why they wouldn't do that.
I mean,
Honestly, I'd love to see it.
I know it hurts.
Maybe
That's like,
have Scott Vito come and drive the Lucas Oil Hot Wheels truck.
oh man, did you really just put that in the atmosphere? Oh, what do y'all think about that? Scott Buteau possibly going to Hot Wheels to drive the Lucas Oil sponsored truck. Whoa.
I mean, hasn't Lucas Oil and Bigfoot always had somewhat of a connection with each other through the years?
What if it's through a Bigfoot chassis too?
Okay. Now I'm starting to believe you a little bit more on the Buteau going to Bigfoot. Okay.
Ah,
You're starting to sell me a little bit more.
it's making sense because Lucas didn't leave monster trucks, right? They left Monster Jam. Monster Jam probably still use Lucas products for all I know. I don't know if they're
Probably.
looking for a new
Because
oil
that's all they
sponsor.
know how to use.
Yeah. They literally have y'all like ice cream / soda fountains that just pour different types of oil out, right, Spence? So awesome.
Pretty much. There's literally just drums and drums of shock fluid, motor oil, transmission fluid, everything that's just straight from Lucas Oil. And it's just like, all right, fill it up.
Now, I will say, Levi Shones, I saw you watching, good buddy. He is right that Bigfoot and Lucas Oil are not partners right now. So I don't know if they're going to join a new partnership or not, because it was like Lucas left Monster Jam for, I don't want to say they left Monster Jam for like half a year or whatever. Then they decided to have Lucas Oil around for a few shows. So I don't know if they're going to try to test the waters with this, because like I said, Lucas didn't leave Monster Trucks. They just left Monster Jam. They still sponsor, I believe, the Garner Camp, a little bit of Team Scream as well. And I'm sure they're sponsoring some other people. I just can't think off the top of my head. It's probably really freaking obvious, but they didn't leave Monster Trucks. So I can definitely see that happening. That'd be a good matchup. Buteau, Lucas Oil, Hot Wheels. Yeah.
Oh, great. Now we got another reason why Mr. Tweety can't sleep tonight.
Yeah, he's going to be up all night thinking about all the possibilities.
I just want to call him and be like, man, what are you doing? Are you going or not? Can I come crew for you?
Please.
I mean, can't you call him? You crewed for him.
Yeah, but I'm not going to bother him. It's his business. I should speculate on it.
Dude, you bother Todd all the freaking time. Like
That's a different
It's
story.
different.
That's a mutual love between both of them.
Next to you, he's my best friend. Okay, I want to know how he's doing every day.
So it goes Todd, Spence, and then me as best friends.
Are we putting Tweety on the spot like this? Like for real?
Moving forward in the show. Moving on. Please move on.
He did not correct me, so he's not saying I'm his number one best friend, which is fine.
Hey, Seuss. Yes, we did. We got a TikTok. Yes, sir. Follow us at the Throttle Out Show 1 on TikTok. We don't know what we're doing. Okay, we're learning TikTok. On
okay. If I may, real quick, I want to plug Jesus real quick because this little man puts on some awesome little diecast racing TikTok videos, like our good friend Steve Jones on Monster Truck Attitude. So if you guys get a chance, go follow him on TikTok. It's super awesome. Like he has a really detailed like Monster Jam arena for his little diecast trucks. I could never even be that creative when I was his age. So check him out. Give him some likes and follows from us here on the Throttle Out Show. He deserves it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I can't remember what we were talking about. My mind just playing. Oh, we were talking about TikTok, and we don't know what we're doing on TikTok just yet.
We don't know what we're doing.
We'll get it figured out. Like anything else, we sort of kind of maybe get it figured out. Now, what to look forward this weekend, what's going on this weekend. There is a plethora of shows going on this weekend, and they just happen to all be really good shows, maybe with the exception of the Monster Jam shows.
Now, hold on. We have an entire list here.
Now, hold on. Now I think about it. Before we get to that list, we kind of had almost a 50-50 split. We put out a poll the other day, and it wasn't an actual poll. I think you can go back and actually look at the comments.
On what?
On Instagram and on Facebook. The Facebook was lit up with the poll was, or the question was anyways, which would you rather prefer? Would you rather go to Monster Jam Arena Show or Hot Wheels Monster Truck Live Show?
It was not a 50-50.
No, hear me out. If you go to the Instagram post, you see mainly all Monster Jam, every once in a while a Hot Wheels. You go to the Facebook post, it's all Hot Wheels. Nobody wanted to like Monster Jam Arena shows on there. I am actually surprised at the amount of our followers who really love the Monster Jam Arena shows. I bet it pains y'all when we talk smack on the Monster Jam Arena shows because we don't like it. We think monster trucks were built with a purpose to actually crush cars and actually do stuff other than stand on the nose and stand on the ass end of the truck. We think they're built for more than just that, but y'all are loving it. Y'all are paying the tickets, and as long as y'all are buying them tickets, Feld's not going to change anything. So, I mean, as long as the fans are happy, then, Austin.
Well, here's the thing. Like, some people like, the dirt pods with, Monster Jam Triple Threat shows. A lot of people like the old school crush car aspect, but you know what? I like having the happy medium, and I'm going to, love these guys till the day I die. And that's toughest. It's a good combination of the two. You got crush cars, and you have some dirt obstacles to where the trucks can get quite a bit of air. And I don't think I've ever seen a truck really do a pop or anything at their events, but it's always something different. The track is always laid out in such a unique way, and they always add different elements to actually make the track a little bit more, or the show, sorry, a little bit more interesting. I think there's been a few shows I went to where they actually brought an old school truck out during the show, during intermission, letting the other trucks kind of cool down for competition, and have an old school car crush right there in the middle of the arena. Or even bringing out, Robosaurus, the giant robo-eating dinosaur. So it's cool when you incorporate different aspects into a show rather than having all the athletes doing something. It's like you got quads, you got speedsters, you got monster trucks. Here's the thing with a Monster Jam Arena show. I think the speedster racing is actually way more enjoyable than the monster truck racing because they're able to do more. I mean, and there's wrecks, there's crashes there. They can open up and do stuff. Monster trucks, it's a lot of just back and forth. You can't do much.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think the Triple Threat series is probably really cool for a driver. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it'd be a blast to get and drive 3 different vehicles and compete against each other. I'm sure that's a blast. Personally,
I also think it's probably cool for little kids watching to see all 3 of those on the track. Because we know Monster Jam, they gear everything towards what the kids like to see. So I'm sure the kids love that.
And then obviously as adults, as grown-ups, people who love the sport of the motorsport of monster trucks. Another comment from our boy John at Indy Monsters. The happy medium, in my opinion, is definitely the toughest arena shows. Wheelie racing ramps are very good. And last, they save the car crushing for freestyle. The racing, I mean, it's still fast enough for arenas. It just seems like you can do so much more in those arenas the way they have their tracks laid out. The toughest monster truck tour is in, I believe, Lamar, Missouri this weekend. You got a toughest monster truck show up there. You've got 3 Monster Jam Arena shows this weekend: Fresno, California, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Hartford, Connecticut. Harley, there are other tours going on this weekend. What else we got?
There's a lot.
Wait, what order did you read these off of? All over the place.
Technical difficulties. I have an entire list here for Mr. John Costin for more than just what we listed before we started the show. I don't know if you guys want me to butcher all of these names again, because I feel like I feel like a lot of these are just fake towns, cities.
Come on.
Oh, please do it. This is the favorite part of the show.
Okay, first off, before I read this list off, I want to give a shout out to Monster Truck Racing Open Championships Facebook page. They are the ones that kind of list like everything that's going on, like upcoming in the weekend. So shout out to those guys, and providing lists for all monster truck shows coming up in the weekends. So we have, I believe, Wednesday in Gaithersburg, Maryland. There was a Renegade show. You had All Star on Thursday, Lancaster, Wisconsin, and upcoming this weekend, Altamont, New York is, I believe, the JMMP, whoever that is. I thought that would be out. Okay, sure. Whoever JMMP is, please correct us in the comments below. The Bishop, California, WGAS, whoever that is. Burlington, Washington is Malicious. I believe that's Bill Payne's tour. Chattanooga, Tennessee, I didn't mess that one up, is All-Star Tour. Ah, damn it. Okay. Out here. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I don't.
What?
You sound like a dog with peanut butter on the roof of your mouth.
Hey, tech support. I need some help.
Yeah,
Katie, here.
We can see her.
We see you.
We see you. We see you. Tech support.
I need you to come here. How the hell did I pronounce this?
Coeur d'Alene. Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
Okay, so it's not just me that doesn't know how to pronounce it. Okay, cool. So even my wife doesn't know.
Is it Coeur d'Alene?
I don't know.
Coeur d'Alene. It might be Idaho. Is an insanity tour. Then you have Fayetteville.
Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Hey,
Coeur
BJ
d'Alene.
Johnson coming in the clutch.
Damn it.
Wait, where does
I think that the last time we did this was when BJ was on. He kept correcting.
Oh wait, there.
I felt so stupid. Anyway, so we have Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Probably knows that.
Fayetteville, North Carolina with Monster Trucks with Disease. Save your money. Don't go. Fresno, California. Obviously, Monster Jam. Greensburg, Pennsylvania. KSR. Hartford, Connecticut is another Monster Jam show. Hugo, Oklahoma, which was that the show you guys were thinking about going to with Monster Truck Wars? Then we have Hurricane, Utah. Monster Truck Thunder. Lamar, Missouri. Toughest Monster Truck tour. Definitely should go check that one out. Leduc County, Alberta, Canada.
Leduc.
Throwdown.
You say Leduc County?
L-E, it's what it says, Leduc. Leduc, either Leduc or Leduc County. Alberta. I don't know, guys. Listen, I'm just reading what I got here, okay?
Now, hold on. Edmonton, Alberta. So is that like the first monster truck show back in Canada?
I believe it might be, because
Big break.
correct us if we're wrong, but I think this is the first Canadian monster truck show since everything shut down. Correct us if we're wrong. They're at least the first throwdown show.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and it's a throwdown show, so
Yeah.
you know it's gonna be good.
Oh, absolutely. Then you got Milwaukee, Wisconsin with Monster Jam. Roswell, New Mexico, Monster Truck Wars. Seymour, Wisconsin is a 2 Extreme event. Haven't seen those guys much in a minute. Southwick, Massachusetts, again, another Monster Trucks with a Z. And Westminster, Maryland is Renegade. And then there's 2 shows on Monday. Gray, Tennessee by Turner, whoever that is. In Mount Morris, Michigan, All-Star. So again, that list was provided by Monster Truck Racing Open Championships Facebook page. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if you're from any of those places and I absolutely butchered the hell out of pronouncing them, but apparently you guys find this funny. So
Hey, go down.
Yeah.
Go. No,
Oh.
go ahead. No, go ahead. You.
This was for you, Spence. This comment from my dad. If you can read it.
the is with a T, Spence. What did I do?
He didn't even pronounce that right.
Didn't even pronounce
Damn it,
that
man.
right.
This
Hold
is
on, what?
bad.
What did I miss?
This is real bad. Oh man, we
That is
gotta
with a T.
we gotta recover from this. This is not
I
going
am.
well.
So I swear I haven't been drinking, by the way. I've only been drinking water.
Hey, go down to Eric Booth's comment. Eric Booth, can you hear me, my man? Diggers Dungeon Bar and Grill in Hizzy. Now, give me
Hey!
some pictures here a few days ago. I want to know if I have permission to share those pictures on a live stream, maybe some night with everybody, or just on our post, because what you showed me was so cool. and I'm not sharing this yet till I have your permission. So I want to
don't
know,
what
Eric
he's
Booth.
talking about.
It's
As you're
nasty. It
teasing
looks
the audience, good one.
it looks awesome. For all you who don't know, I am not a huge Gravedigger fan, but this looks awesome.
Yes, you do.
Sweet.
So
Sweet.
Sunday you'll show them.
Yeah, I'll show them on Sunday. And Eric, you might have to send them back to me, dude. Might have to send them back because I think one disappeared somehow magically. I don't know.
In other words, Tweety doesn't know how to save anything on his phone whatsoever.
All right, you can go back over to the brand tab, Harley. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. That was a lot of fun. We're right at 50 minutes all night. Spence, you're looking good, my man, as always. Thank you for joining us. Y'all, go to the throttleoutshow.com. Get some of this fresh merch. It really helps us out a lot. Y'all supporting us. We're able to put more back into this, get y'all some better footage, some better inside scoops. Maybe we're going to get out and sponsor some drivers here before too much longer.
Or we could travel to more shows.
Travel to more shows and show you what goes on behind the scenes. And then also go to vixenindustries.com, put in an order, get you some discount codes, some 15% off with what, Harley? What's your code?
With code Harley15.
Yeah, but it didn't make you just come out with some new stuff, like some shirts or tumbler or hats or something like that. I can't remember.
I think she has a bunch of sales going on right now for a bunch of her merch.
Yeah, that girl has definitely got it going on. She returned to the seat last weekend, busted parts and breaking hearts. But all of us here at the Throttle Out Show, remember, when in doubt, throttle out. Peace out, y'all. Good night, everybody.